Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. It's Monday, October the 3rd, which means, because it's a Monday, that it's time for What's Sold on eBay. Guys, this is the first What's Sold on eBay for Q4, and it includes 3 days of sales from Q4. But it is Q4, guys. It's the fourth quarter. So I hope everyone is geared up, amped up, and ready to go, getting yourselves situated so that you can make the most of it. I will be doing a live show this Friday. Excuse me while I look at the calendar on the 7th at 4 p.m. We're going to talk about Q4, all about it. Today, we're going to be talking about items that sold on eBay for the last 2 weeks. We're looking at September 19th through October 2nd. The reason we're looking at 2 weeks is because I did not do a What Sold video last week. Last Monday, I was en route flying back to Florida from Boston. I had flown up there to attend the eBay Open watch party for the New England Sellers, and I was a speaker. Thank you again, Trish and Diane, for having me. And then we had a little bit of fun over the weekend and crossed a big item off of my bucket list. I got to see Salem. So yes, I was traveling, and I thought about doing the What Sold video Tuesday, but then I just decided I'll do one for 2 weeks today to cover the last 2 weeks. And then next Monday, I will actually be in Vegas for the Boss Reseller Remix. It's been a very busy end of the summer going into fall for reseller events. We had FlipCon, we had eBay Open, we had Posh Fest, which I did not attend, and now we have the Reseller Remix. So you'll get the weekend after that, the week after that. Again, I need to look at a calendar. So I'll be back on the 17th, and we'll take a look at the 2 weeks of sales that happened between now and then. And then we should be back on a weekly schedule, I hope. That's going to be the week out from when we actually move back to Pennsylvania. Busy time here. But let's take a look at September 19th through October 2nd. I tried to pick out only the highlights so that we're not here all day. I do have, I think it's only 3. I have all 3 of the plush that sold, all 3. But I pulled out a lot of our jeans that I consider like higher end bread and butter that go for, I think, is good money. They're brands that I consistently see other people pricing way lower than what they're worth, racing to the bottom on them and chasing that fast nickel. And I'm over here being patient and getting a lot more money for them. So I wanted to show them to you guys for the purpose of showing you, you can get more money for items. You can get what they're worth. You don't have to trash the market and race to the bottom. And then I have some, just highlights of men's shirts, some good shirts that you guys can look for when you're outsourcing. I pulled out one remote to show you, and we'll talk about that at the end. We're going to start with Plush. This is a dandy Easter bunny sock monkey. I took a best offer of $10 on him. He was like maybe a quarter or 50 cents. He's kind of like a filler plush. And I have a lot of filler plush. I buy huge boxes of mystery boxes from That Thrift America. I get plush lots from a source in Indiana that ships them to me. I get plush in a big enough quality, and I pay, sometimes pennies for them. I don't mind having the filler plush. Usually when I get a big box, a handful of them out of there will pay for the box, and then I'm just profiting. So I like the filler ones. They keep our total listings up. They keep activity in the store. Every time you list something, every time you sell something or get an offer, it's all activity. Cassini likes activity. Cassini's the search algorithm. So I don't mind filler items. I wouldn't pay a lot for him, of course. I probably wouldn't source this guy on his own, like as a one-off at a thrift store. But when I get stuff in boxes, you guys hear me say this all the time. List everything you get in the box. The good stuff's going to pay for it, and then everything else is icing on the cake. And it's not all going to be, $50 plushes or $20 plushes, but it's filler. It's activity. It keeps you in the game. It keeps things moving. It keeps your store from getting stale. And hey, you're having it all delivered right to your front door. So you're not even having to go anywhere for it. You're not spending money on gas or any of that. Plus, a lot of what we do that's like $10 and under, or that $10 to $12 range that I consider filler is Plush and remotes because we buy them in bulk. They're so easy to list. It's not like it's a hardship of, oh, I only sold this because, I can sit here in an hour and a half and photograph like 50 plush and then there's like nothing to list them. And the same with remotes. So anyway, Dandy is a good brand. Sock monkeys are good. It just, it depends on the sock monkey you find. If you find a Christmas one, they're going to go for more money. There are Dandy plush that are worth a lot. So keep your eyes out for those. You guys have recently seen this cat in one of my dumb, I call them dumb. They're not dumb. They're fun. This cat starred in a video recently on the TikToks. If you're not following us over there, we're Flippin' Hippos. I also put the reels on Instagram if you're following us there. I've been doing a fun new series with the plush. This kitty cat was British in the video. She's so cute. Believe it or not, Your Zone is a Walmart brand, but there are folks that collect these Your Zone plushies. They were limited. They came out with themes. They matched, the curtains and the bedspreads and the pillowcases and all of that to a certain theme or color. So they would have plush that went along with that. And once they pull that and come out with new stuff, you're hard pressed to find the old stuff. So people are looking for these and they'll pay for them. $14.99. And this is a Walmart. Your Zone is a Walmart. I had some stuff from a collection they had years ago, probably in 15. They had it was like a black sheet set that had skull and crossbones on it with purple and pink bows. And it had matching plush and stuff. You can't find them anymore. You got to go online. So, and the other Walmart plushies, I've talked about them, the holiday ones and stuff. I always grab them because there's people that are looking for them that can't find them anymore. And the last plush we sold was this Batat. She was about $1, maybe $2 out of a wholesale. I just closed my dog. There he goes. This is an Our Generation Cocker Spaniel plush puppy. He's only 5 inches, so he's very, very small. He was under 2 pounds to ship, very tiny. I took a best offer of 10 on him as well. Again, he's just filler plush that came out of a wholesale box that I had purchased. All right, now we're going to get into the jeans. This is a 7 for All Mankind Guinevere. So 7 for All Mankind used to be a Bolo brand. It's now just kind of bread and butter, unless you can find the 7 for All Mankind Dojo jeans. You'll know those because they'll say Dojo right here where these say Guinevere. I do find that the 7 for All Mankind, if they have a name like this or a specific style, they're going to sell quicker and for more money than just plain 7 for All Mankind. So these are the Guinevere jeans. I paid, I think, $3 or $4, half off, and they sold for $29.99. And they shipped first class because they were smaller. We've got Levi's 511. These are men's jeans. I took a best offer of $25.19 on these. I usually start these around $30, but they were on sale and we took an offer, which is fine. I like the 511s, especially for men. And these did ship in a flat rate envelope. Oh, here's another sneaky plush. So we must have sold 4. I don't know how she snuck over there. This is the Build-A-Bear Disney Princess. So Build-A-Bear obviously is something I always grab no matter what. And having a theme like this, makes it more valuable. I didn't pick her out. She came in a box of plush. I was excited to see her. I thought she would comp for a lot higher. Guys, stop raising to the bottom. I cannot express that enough. There was a time when a Disney princess Build-A-Bear like this should have been like $40 or $50. The fact that she only sold for 20 is upsetting. But it is what it is. I'll take whatever I can get, right? Okay, next up. Oh, look, another plush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plushies. There's going to be more. Watch. So you're just keep sneaking in. This elf came in the same box as the bear and this dog and this cat. Not the monkey. So these were all friends for a while. Now they've all found their new forever homes. So this looks like an elf on the shelf. It is not. It is not officially licensed or anything. And I didn't want to get myself in Vero trouble. So I just called it a Christmas elf. And then I put doll. And it's a shelf sitter. So it may not be, you know, the elf on the shelf, but it is a shelf setter. So you can use that if you have a generic elf on the shelf. Just don't use licensed names or anything like that if you don't have tags or anything to prove it. He did sell for $17.99. All the plush this week, these last 2 weeks, shipped first class. Okay, now we can go back here to these cabbies. I love this brand. I usually get them in thread up boxes. I don't often find these myself when I'm out thrifting. These sold for $26.24 and they shipped in a in a flat rate envelope. Next up, we have a Haban Gayabera shirt. Found this at Salvation Army. It was like $2 or maybe $2.50 on half off day. You know they're Gayabera when they have these 2 stripes down the front. We find a lot of these in Florida, of course. I've accepted a best offer of $18, shipped first class. Another pair of Levi's. These are the 721 high-rise skinny jeans. There's where I got the name from. I paid about $4 for these half off, and they sold for $24.99, and they did ship in a flat rate envelope. Here's some Hollister jeans. This is a mall brand that a lot of people overlook and think is poop. I personally love Hollister. I won't pay a lot for it. Like I used to sell a lot of Hollister jeans back when we lived in Pennsylvania, and I could get them for 99 cents a pair. Most of your Hollister jeans are going to be the smaller junior sizes, and they're going to ship first class, which is a bonus. It's cheaper to ship. And if you can get them for like 99 cents or $1, they'll sell for $18 to $22, depending on what you have. These sold for $19.99, and they did ship first class. These came out of a thread up box, by the way. Most of our average, most of our boxes of thread up, the per jean averages out to like $1.74, and that's with shipping and everything all in. Here's some more Levi's. These are the boyfriend jeans. Again, if they're kind enough to give you keywords on the waistband, use them in your title. These sold for $26.99 on a best offer, and these would have been about $5 probably on half off day. Shipped flat rate envelope. I still want to say padded flat rate because I said it for years, but we are not using those anymore. We have switched to the flat rate envelopes. This is a Real Legends vintage fishing shirt. So it's, we love our vintage fishing shirts. Real Legends is a good brand. It's up there with Columbia PFG. You can see here in the photos where we have shown that it has roll tab sleeves for the buyer. And this was about $2.50, sold for $22 on a best offer, shipped first class. An Orvis corduroy shirt. I just showed this in a recent small short form video. Thank you very much. As something we thrifted. It did have damage, which we disclosed. This probably would have been more like a $30 shirt, but because of the damage, we just listed it at $25. And took a best offer of $21. It had a hole here. Do keep in mind that when you have something like corduroy, specifically see if you can comp that. If you comp Orvis button-up shirts, they comp around 20. The corduroys comp a little bit higher. So whenever you have one of those premium materials, make sure that you're looking that up to see if you can get a little bit more for it. This shipped first class. Next up, we have Alan Flusser. So this is what me and Keith like to jokingly call the Robert Graham wannabe brand. You can see the Alan Flusser is embroidered into the shirt, just like Robert Graham can be. These are typically fancy. They have wild prints. They have flip cuffs. They're a lot like Robert Graham. In fact, if you see them on a rack, you might mistake them until you pull them off as a Robert Graham. Alan Flusser's high-end bread and butter. It's just very slow to move. This one actually moved pretty quickly, but I think it's because it's such a wild pattern that it's not plain or anything. I mean, this is definitely 70s retro paisley, which, look at that. I used that in the title. Paisley, long sleeve, 70s retro. So make sure you're using those keywords, guys. You can get your stuff to move more quickly. Don't be afraid of this brand if the price is right. I paid like $2 for it. Took a best offer of $22.49, and it did ship first class. Then we have the McDonald's collection button front shirt. So these McDonald's shirts, the Starbucks shirts, Chick-fil-A, all those, they're good to pick up. They do sell pretty quickly and pretty fast. This one sold for the best offer of $18, and it did ship first class. And then last but not least, I did have one remote. We sold a ton of our bread and butter remotes over the last 2 weeks. Nothing too exciting. I did want to show you this because I know I mention all the time, if it's not like your generic TV remote, DVD, VCR remote, if it's something different. The air conditioning remotes, the car stereo remotes, refrigerator remotes, those all do really well. This is an audio, and this is a brand you should look for, AWA, or I guess that's how you say it. Anyway, this sold for $17.99, and all of our remotes ship first class. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything you saw in this video or reselling in general, let me know down below. The comment section is for you guys, and I do try to answer all the comments that come in. I do get behind, but eventually I will get to you. If you want me faster, join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link in the description box, or you can just search for us on Facebook. If you post in there and tag me, I'm pretty quick to get back to you there. Please hit the thumbs up before you leave and consider subscribing if you haven't. That helps support what we do here on this channel for you guys. And hey, go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.